Hi guys, welcome to the Fly Girls pod. I'm your host Maya Rothwell, and today I have my lovely fly girl, Ocean Rose. Woo!
Hi!
This is my sister from another mister.
Literally.
She is all things aesthetics, aviation, and also she's an ex-Arsenal player. So tell us about that, girl.
I am a jack of all trades, but not the master of nothing. You can never be the master of nothing. So involve myself a lot in any path I can get into. So yeah, do aesthetics. I own a clinic in London. So we do all things like beauty treatments, invasive and non-invasive, aviation. So yeah, really lucky to travel the world, very much like yourself. And yeah, have always been in sport. So did some PT and footballing, and yeah, good team player overall. So yeah, I've done a lot, but still got a lot to do.
Do you think I can say how we met or not?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
We're
So,
going to be real out here. That's the only
shout
way.
him out because he just started his YouTube channel. Go subscribe to J1 Ocean.
Yeah,
And
nothing to do with me,
yeah.
J1. I don't know what's going
She
on
needs
here.
to trademark her name because I'm sorry.
J1, you
Copycat.
stole my name. No, I'm joking. It's fine. We can share the love.
Yeah,
It's cool.
but this girl, I know nothing about football. Obviously, she's ex-Arsenal. She explained to me what a league is. Guys, I thought anyone could be a footballer. That I could apply for Dubai and play with David Beckham if I wanted to.
Yeah,
but
so
no,
I
that's not
explained
how it
about
works.
League One, League Two,
Yeah.
Championship, Premier League. So I was in like the development squad. So yeah, but I had a really good time. I did my coaching and stuff. So it was nice. Just fell out of love with it, really. But the offside rule, if you ever need a question on that, I've got you,
Yeah.
sis. Don't worry.
But it's actually okay. Like, she's ex-Arsenal. Your life didn't end when you left Arsenal.
No.
Like, look at you now. Imagine if you're still at Arsenal.
Yeah, that's the thing. I do think to myself, like, the choices I've made in life, could I have potentially had a different path? But I believe the path I'm on now is the correct one. I feel
Yeah.
at peace. I'm happy. I learned a lot. And I
Exactly.
also got a lot to kind of teach others, which I think is the most
Yeah.
important thing. But yeah, it kind of, I fell into it. And yeah, I enjoyed my time with it, but now...
khalas.
Yeah, khalas, done,
Oh my
finished,
guys are
on to the next part.
ballers.
Ballers.
Oh my God. But listen, life doesn't end when you leave a job. You can do something else. Look at Ocean
100%.
now. What is she going to do? Cry? Oh no, Arsenal. No, maybe it's not written for you to be Leah. What's her name? That blondie.
Leah Williamson.
The Alicia
Beth
Lehman.
Mead. Oh, yeah.
Lehman.
No, of course. If you finish one thing, don't think the doors are closed. The doors are never closed.
Yeah.
Sometimes exactly where you're meant to be because you're meant to be
Exactly.
there.
It's written.
Never force, exactly, it's written. Never
Yeah.
force anything. If an opportunity arises, take it in full swing.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And unfortunately in life, everything you want is not what God wants. Wants for you. So
This is the thing. We always say what's written is written. Maybe, and even guys, we was late today. We was
Yeah.
late today by a couple of minutes. What if it wasn't written for us to be on time? Khalas, still we have enough time. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I feel like if you sit and cry and then if you are negative, and you said this to me earlier, hang around with 6 millionaires. No, hang around with 5 millionaires, you'll be the sixth.
yep.
Hang around with 5 clowns, you'll be the sixth.
Yeah.
Hang around with 5 dusties, you'll be the sixth.
Yeah.
Hang around with 5 rascals, you'll be the sixth.
The 6th, yeah.
Like-
or the 7th, or the 8th.
Eighth or
it
the
doesn't
ninth
matter
or the
how
10th.
big
Yeah.
or how small your circle is. You hang around with 1 millionaire,
Yeah.
you'll become the 2nd. Or if
Yeah.
you hang around with 10 millionaires, you'll become the 11th. Life is all about placement. I am
So
such a
true.
thing about placement. You have the chance in your life to change anything.
Exactly,
If me
yeah.
and Maya wanted to go somewhere tomorrow, we can talk about it. But
Yeah.
really and truly, it's putting yourself
Action.
in
Yeah,
that.
it's so true.
action. And placement is such a big thing. Opportunity is one thing, but
Taking action,
Yeah.
putting your foot in the door. This is the thing. It's you can pray all you want, you can write down 1,000,000 times and manifest what you want, but unless you take your foot forward and actually do it, why is God going to give you that thing if you're sat on your sofa on your bottom like this?
Yeah.
Oh, watching Netflix and this boy, this. By the way, the world doesn't revolve around men. Can I just say that? I'm so sick and
really
tired.
doesn't.
Like, I don't know why I'm seeing a shift. Like, men are turning into women and women are turning into men. Even me, I feel like a man now because some of the conversations I have with people and some girls, they talk to me and I'm like, do you know your self-worth? Go and collect your self-worth from the
Yeah.
same shop you found that clown nose in. Like, you allow people to treat you a certain way. Don't
Yeah.
sit and let someone open their beak, you this, you that. Tell them to Foxtrot Oscar.
But
Foxtrot Oscar.
the situation with, I think in today's generation is women want femininity and they want to have a masculine man, but we are too involved in our masculinity.
It's so true.
So, for example, me and yourself, like we've done very well. Like we're still growing and learning every day. But alhamdulillah, we're always going to be very like, I think, headstrong because we know exactly what we want. There's people out there that unfortunately they do get strayed. However, if you want something, you go and get it, which is a good thing to have as a woman, right? However, if you're too much in your masculine energy, a man can't come and be like, oh, she's doing fine on her own. So sometimes they like that. It's not necessarily a vulnerability, but they do want a woman who's in her soft era because you're supposed to be looked after. That's my personal opinion. So if you're too masculine and you've got a lot going on for you, some men do find it intimidating.
I was talking to one of my Moroccan friends and she was like, Maya, we are scary girls. Like no guy feels, and I noticed this, like girls, I promise you, when we was younger, it was so easy to date. I don't know about you in London, but for me, a guy would be proud to pick you up in his Ford Ka to take you to McDonald's drive-through and buy you a £1 chicken mayo, £1 McFlurry with M&Ms, with a coupon, with a Mayfair coupon. These days, men, they're too shy to even approach you and they think they have to have a G-Wagon, a Lamborghini Urus. No, it's the small, I mean, some girls, they want that. Me personally, I like the small gestures. You can go to the beach and pick up one shell for me and I'll be grateful because I'll be thinking, oh, you thought of me when you picked up that shell from the beach. It costs nothing.
Like a penguin.
Yeah. Even one guy, he told me, and one of my friends from Switzerland, he explained this to me actually when I was in university. He said, Maya, if a guy really likes you, and he had a bottle of water, let's say this is a bottle of water. He went like this. If you ask him to move the bottle of water like this, he will do it. If someone doesn't give a rasp about you, they will say,
they won't do nothing
move it
for
yourself.
You. Even the simplest stuff, like moving out of the way or holding a door open is free, for example. If a man wants to, they will.
They will,
I know it's so oversaid, but it really is. For example,
so true.
The whole financial thing, I've been with a guy who had all the money.
Yeah.
And like, you know, now if, for example, with growth and with age, necessarily that person isn't the best thing for you because we were saying earlier, unfortunately, when a man does have money, they have a hell of a lot of power.
This is what I said on the last episode,
And it's like a man who almost can have that balance. They can have money and they can have respect. But unfortunately, a lot of men with money, they don't necessarily have that respect for certain individuals because they can just do whatever they want.
They have access to
the doors are very open.
Yeah.
And I feel like with growth and with age, as a woman, you look back and as you just said, you do need to have, I feel like, emotional and valuable and respect as a currency. There is financial currency, but there's also people that need to give you your emotional wellness, like a card. No one writes cards anymore for birthdays, for Christmas, because we all send a text.
Exactly.
It's not as emotional, but
it's thoughtful,
it's thoughts, and that's the main thing as well. And I do think people underestimate that a lot now because a lot of things, the world is run by money, especially in this generation. And that's what people are looking for.
It's a shame, honestly. Even one of my friends, he lives in London. He said to me, when I was broke, he had a girlfriend at the time. He said, when I was broke for my ex-girlfriend, I went to the forest and I planted flowers and then grew them and then picked them for her.
Yeah, and that's,
so it's like,
that's time.
Yeah,
that's not just
exactly.
like, I'm going to the petrol station, I'm getting you flowers. That's like, right, I'm so sure about this girl that she's going to be there in 2 years, that I'm going to grow her flowers.
Yeah.
And scatter them at our wedding.
Yeah. Like if a guy really likes you, he will walk in the park and find some flowers. He could go to a graveyard, for crying out loud, and steal some flowers. Like, it's the thought that, okay, that's a bad example.
If a guy likes you, he will walk miles.
We
were just saying earlier as well, like, people won't even make the effort if you live down the road from each other. But as soon as you move to another country, they will make all the effort. If a man wants to make an effort, they will. And I've always said this to people, like, if you're waiting for that text back, if you're checking his Snap score, if you're doing all this lunatic stuff, it's because it's going to turn you into a lunatic.
You're making yourself go crazy. I used to do this stuff, by the way. I used to go through,
guilty of
you know, I used to go through people's phones, and there was nothing to me. So say if I met you and you said, oh, I really fancy you, like you're going to be my wife one day, I would go through your phone.
Yeah, just because that, like,
because I was insecure when I was like younger. I remember one time, by the way, going through someone's phone doesn't mean anything. You will find something.
Yeah.
I went through someone's phone once and I found nothing. And he was the biggest ras. He was the biggest dusty I've ever met in my life. And people was coming to me.
And he still had nothing on the phone.
I did this with him. And I said, hey, there was nothing on his phone.
Yeah, because they're good at it. They're good at hiding.
They know what. Listen.
Honestly, the biggest manipulators are the biggest like hide and seekers.
Yeah,
They will
so true.
and also
the professionals, literally.
The thing is, if you want to find something out, you will find out. Like everything that's in the dark will come to light. I've always
It's
it
so
took me at 1.7 years to see what someone was doing in the dark that come to light. So I definitely think sometimes you want to know things, but they're shown to you at a time when you're a stronger woman. If I found out what I found out at times when I was younger, it probably would have broke me. I feel like now when I found out certain things, it made me so strong, and it's changed my chemical makeup within my brain.
It's
how
so
I
true.
think. I'm not argumentative anymore. If you disagree with me, I don't have time to be arguing with you. I just say, right, you're right, I'm wrong, or I'm right, you're wrong. Whatever it is, move on. Like, we're adults, we don't need to be arguing. It's an energy drainer. So enough of the dusty argument.
Dusties, honestly, I can't remember if it was Cillian Murphy or another actor. I can't remember his name. Long dark hair. He's in all of the...
Was he Aquaman?
No, not him. No. He has long hair. I can't remember what film, but he said, I'm at a point in my life where if someone says 2 + 2 is 5,
Cool. Exactly. You make your own equations.
Khalas.
Yeah, for real. Take you a long time to figure out the algebra.
Or something along the lines of that. Yeah, cool. If you want to argue, oh, it's raining cats and dogs. Khalas, it's raining cats. I don't care. Couldn't give a ass. Sorry.
Literally.
Anyways, pick a card, Ocean. Any card.
Let's pick a card.
Guys, we was talking earlier. We had so much to catch up on.
Yeah, literally.
So basically,
we've had our own other
we had our own
podcast
before this personal podcast.
Categorize your friends.
Yes.
I think this was the topic.
Guys,
Let's do this.
So, like, my handwriting is so bad, but categorize. By the way, apologies. I don't have my Fly Girls pod thing today. We were
chatting so much that we forgot what time it was.
Literally. And we was like, halas, no.
We met at 3 p.m. We said we'd film at 3. And it's now 6:30.
Yeah. But what to do? So categorize your friends. Not every friend you can go on holiday with. You can have work friends, party friends, gym friends, close friends, family friends. Some people, stop feeling... Guys, I can't even read my own handwriting. Stop telling these
dusties
heifers your business. Stop, guys, my handwriting is so shocking. It's like doctor's handwriting. Stop telling these heifers your business. Some people are giving you secondhand hate. Listen, learn to categorize your friends.
Yeah.
Not all of your friends
are your friends.
Yeah.
Literally, keep your friends close.
Yeah.
Your enemies way closer. And sometimes your friends are your enemies.
Your enemies.
People have got a mask, and that mask will get true colours show.
Literally.
We're colourblind for a few years.
We was talking earlier, and a lot of people, a lot of affairs is actually within the family, within one of your best friends, your friendship group. And I'm not surprised because, listen, I don't understand why some girls, they want their boyfriend to be... Why, first of all, I don't believe in this boyfriend-girlfriend nonsense. You're either my husband or you're not.
Yeah, exactly. Put a ring in it or go
Why
home.
are you bringing your boyfriend to the bowling alley? Why does your boyfriend have to be there everywhere? This is a friendship group event. Why are you bringing him? I don't want to see him. I don't want to see his face. And then on the weekend, oh, he's dusty. He's broke. Oh, you're doing it to yourself.
Because you're sharing good times.
Yeah.
And then it also taints people. If I then tell you everything he's done to me, next time you see him, you're not going to support me maybe potentially with something he's done. Or you're going to give energy, and then he's going to be like, oh, I felt energy off Maya. Not to say that would ever happen, but it's a situation where you can't taint people and then expect people to have the same opinion of them because you're telling them home truth. Sometimes keep things private.
Honestly,
privacy
we said this earlier,
key.
You don't have to tell all your friends you and your husband's business within the home. You don't even have to tell your husband your family business. Because when you say, oh, I had an argument with my mum, she said this, she said that, he can use it against you.
Everyone will use every single data they know against you. And it's not to say you shouldn't open up. There's people out there, like, I'll tell Maya anything because I've got trust for you.
Same.
I won't tell anyone anything because, unfortunately, people, like what you said earlier, use that energy and they are against you. And it's crazy because they really will.
So true. Honestly, some things I've said within a friendship group when I was younger has come back to me from Chinese whispers. You know, I have 2 friends and they started to call it, like, wherever we're from. So Lincolnshire whispers, London whispers, Tottenham whispers. They start, instead of Chinese whispers, and they're like, oh, what is this now? Birmingham whispers, Coventry whispers. Because honestly, and I studied psychology for A-levels. I got an A, by the way.
Oh, well done.
And
see, not just sexy sis, she's an intelligent sis.
And the teacher, basically, there was this I can't even remember the theory now. We were studying criminology, and you know, if you witness a crime scene, you remember it. The events in your head, you remember it as you saw it. Whereas someone from a different angle will say, for example,
like
a car
propaganda
crash.
almost. Yeah.
And the teacher, as an example, she whispered in one student's ear, like, I don't know, Milgram et al., Pavlov dogs, this, some random psychology waffle, yeah? And then by the time it got to the end of the classroom, it was a completely different story. There was some bits of information, Pavlov, Milgram et al., 19... But the original story, so this is why if you don't really want people to tell your business, don't tell it at all.
Yeah.
Unless it's like you and I don't mind to tell you my business because I know you're not going to go to London in your clinic. Oh, Maya's talking to this guy and you're not going to tell my business. Exactly. Who cares?
And I think the good thing about me and you as well, like I do have this as well. I have 5, like I can count on my fingers how many friends I've got.
Same.
Like I think once it does go over how many toes and fingers you've got, you need to kind of rethink. But I know if I tell you something, my whole friendship group, I'm not collectively one. So like when you said categorize your friends, I've got a party friend, I've got a gym friend, I've got a real home girl, like me and you, like we know we can see each other. It's like we've never left.
Exactly.
And like I feel you need to have these friends in life because unfortunately when it is a group of people, you tell one person, but not everyone in that friendship group has the same
I think
love almost. It's sad to think, but that's why do you think like boy bands and girl bands split up? There's always that one person that causes that twist and
it's
turn
too much drama,
starts
honestly.
chatting crap about this person. Well, you're making money for like 5 years together, so like why are you bad mouthing someone that helped? I don't know.
Literally.
Like I just feel like people really do forget the roles they're supposed to play.
And you can't help a damsel who loves her distress. We was talking about this earlier.
Some
Guys,
really love that.
when I moved to Dubai, still to this day, people are bothering me. And they probably saying, oh, Maya thinks she's too good.
From thousands of miles away. It doesn't stop.
And it's like, do you think I'm thinking of you? Do you really think I care about you? Sat in Dubai on my balcony like this, sat in the swimming pool like this. Oh, Maya, she thinks she's too good. No, I don't think I'm too good. I know I'm too good. Because the only time you ever ring me, Maya booked me tickets, something. Maya booked me a flight, Maya be my personal chauffeur when I come to Dubai. Hey, how about you bog off? Bog off.
People only call you when they need something.
Leeches, I'm sick of it.
We were saying this earlier, isn't it? Stop. There's always people saying stop reaching out to people. Genuinely do it for 1 month. People will call you when they need you. There's no like. Yeah, it's so true. You know, I know who's real for me because they will generally check up on me. Like when I've gone through stuff, they'll be there for me. Exactly. And it's not even like a direct offer. It will genuinely be like they're just offering. They're just there. You know, like
give people their space. Love yourself. Have time alone. Some people they don't know how to be alone, and I'm like, at your big age, you don't know how to be alone.
No,
guys. Before I met Ocean today, I did a shoot at I woke up at 4 a.m. to catch the sunset at 6 a.m. And then afterwards, I was like, oh, okay, let me go to the beach. I swam in the beach, collecting shells. And then I bought some fruit from this cafe, bought some water, and I had the time of my life. And then I met Ocean, and Ocean's not like, oh, why didn't you invite me to the beach? And you're like, because you were sleeping. What I'm going to do, drag you out of bed to come to the beach? Some people, they're jealous if you don't invite them to everything. And it's like...
They got FOMO.
It's like, I know you're jet lagged. Why am I going to drag you? And then you're like, oh, why did she drag me to the beach at 6 a.m.?
And then I'll just be like, obviously, I'm never a horrible person to be around, but I will just genuinely be aggy. Yeah. Like, I won't be nice to be around because I'm tired, and no one's nice when they're tired. But I do think as well that does prove as well. Like you did all of this today, and we've still come and filmed this.
Exactly. Yeah.
People have so much time. If someone turns around and says to you, oh, I didn't have time to text you in like four weeks, and then they just remember you.
No, I cannot stand for. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry, but people have all the time. There's me and Maya.
We have mobile phones.
Yes, exactly. We've got FaceTime. Like, if you want to see me, you can still see me through the lens. Like, there's a whole world.
Snapchat, anything.
Me and you travel the world, and I'm so sorry. We've got time still when we're tired, jet lag, to make time for people. I've realised now, running a business, flying the world, still doing, getting my nails done, going to the gym, I still have time. If you
make time for people who you give a ass about. I'm sorry.
100%. That is the saying. That is the saying. I promise you.
Oh, you don't have time for me anymore. You disappeared. Yes, I disappeared because the only place you invite me is Tape and Libertine. When I told you I don't drink, I don't go out clubbing. Why are you inviting me? Invite me to a restaurant, invite me to somewhere good, and then maybe I'll show my face. Don't invite me to these activities which you know I don't participate in. Oh, Maya, why you sat like this? Face like thunder. Yeah, because you know, why would you drag me to somewhere? I just don't go anymore because I just know. I know what mood I'm going to be in. And some of my friends say to me, Maya, I feel boring. I feel like an auntie. I don't want to go out anymore. And I'm like, yeah, because where we're from, like the drinking culture in England, you drink from the age of 13, of course you're fed up by the age of 20. It's boring.
Yeah,
it's live. It's normal.
You know, it's not good for you. If anyone goes out on a night out and wakes up the day after and feel like, wow, that was so life empowering, I'm so sorry, you are lying. What are you actually celebrating like every week? I don't understand. All right, cool. Every day we wake up, I celebrate. I'm grateful. Gratitude is a real thing.
However, true. Be grateful. Yeah.
I go out. When I do go out, it's for a person's birthday. It's for an occasion.
Special occasion.
Yeah, like
not every weekend.
Celebrations lose their power when you keep celebrating. Then everything's a celebration. Like it's genuinely occasions with substance. Going for like, you know, when we went to like Kanakaf, we go for like a juice. And we sit and shisha, like chill. They're so chilled, and sometimes that's what you need because that feeds your soul and it allows you. Like we sat down earlier and was like, oh, business plan, this, the other. But I think we're just different.
I think so too.
I can't have this conversation with any other people. Really, they'll just look at me like, yeah, you're crazy.
Same. I talk to some girls.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I talk to some girls. Boy, this, boy, this. Yeah. Halas with boys. Get 2p in your bank account. Yeah, you have 2p in your bank account. You're worried about boys. You have bigger fish to fry.
You literally do.
Boy, I don't know why.
Not even the fish to fry. You need to go and start the fishing.
Yeah, because you're not going to fishing, catch a fish, and eat it. Save some money. Oh, this boy's ignoring me. Okay, ignore him back. Why are you watching your phone? He's ignoring me. Some people, they have no hobbies.
No.
And they're lazy. They sat on the bottom and they look at their belly. Oh, maybe go to the gym. Maybe
make lifestyle choices. You are literally what we were saying earlier. Like we were saying earlier, we've spoke a lot earlier. That should have been on this podcast, but we were saying, you know, you're in life. You have people in your life, and like we were saying, if you grew up with like an alcoholic and you see them being alcoholic, you're like, all right, cool. I need to be an alcoholic.
Yeah,
but then some people look at the alcoholic and go, I don't want nothing to be like them. So realistically, you choose your path. Yeah, you've got it right in front of you. Yeah. But some people do something about it, and I don't know. I feel like not everyone's maybe blessed with that attitude, but I definitely think it can be taught. Yeah. So
one of my friends, actually a few of my friends was very big drinkers. And one of them, because I care about him, I sat him down. I was like, do you think it's normal after because he's resigned now. Now he's training to become a pilot. And I said, do you think it's normal after every shift to drink a bottle of wine? Because, okay, one glass of wine with a meal, whatever. He was drinking a bottle. Yeah, but no, at home he's drinking one bottle of wine.
This is the downward slope. And it's so accepted. In England, I feel like people go and say, oh, I'm going home to have a bottle of wine. And everyone's like, oh, that's not normal. It's not normal. I look at that because of the background I've come from. And I'm like, that's really not normal. And what are you actually gaining from that? Like, apart from being a little bit... I don't know, happy, is it a buzz?
Bit leery. I don't know. And
that's what's the addiction though.
And then I asked him, I was like, why do you think this is normal? And he was like, oh, because I watched my mum. Mm-hmm. She liked a bit, one too many to drink. And I was like, okay, but just because your mum did that doesn't mean you have to do that. I said, when you have a birthday party, when it's your partner's birthday party, have a wine. I'm not telling you to stop. Slowly cut it down. Yeah. Okay, half a bottle, now quarter, one glass. And a few months later, he said, Maya, you know what? Thank you so much. Because of you, I realized that my habits was not healthy. Mm-hmm. And now I'm so happy. Because he has body dysmorphia as well. He's really tall and he weighs 100 kg. And I'm like, for your height, it's normal to be 100 kg. You built like a Viking. You're tall. He's Dutch, very tall guy. And I'm like, you have body dysmorphia. Because he genuinely looks at himself and he's like, oh, I'm fat. And I'm like, you are slim. For your height, you're slim. You've got no belly. Oh, look at... And after the alcohol, I saw him, he was standing taller, not after the alcohol, after he cut down his alcohol and the cigarettes, he loved a cigarette. Still to this day, I still see him vaping, but he doesn't do it as much.
But he's making progress.
He made the effort.
And that's the biggest.
He stopped one thing. Maybe in the future, he will go to the vape instead of the cigars, whatever. Yeah. And now I see him more confident. And it's like, maybe you had a bit of a wine belly. And maybe that was making you insecure.
Obviously it's sugar. Yeah, it bloats you.
Not just grapes.
Like beer belly as well. But also the other big thing as well that he's noticed change. Because I feel like you can put someone into rehab or not necessarily rehab, but they need to want to change themselves. I grew up in a family with like that situation. And to be honest, if someone doesn't want to help themselves, they'll never change.
So true.
Someone can wake up one day and go, I'm really sorry for what I did to you, but they'll do it next week.
Yeah.
And this is when someone, it is a mental situation. However, some people do have just bad habits and they can't be categorized the same thing, but it's definitely accepted, which I feel like people need to realize isn't a normal thing, like having a bottle of wine after work on the couch,
a whole bottle.
Yeah,
by
it's
yourself.
Not normal. Even a glass every night, you're relying on that. It's like that's what you go home to
and
do.
it's a depressant.
It's
actually depressant.
That's what I said. If anyone goes out and wakes up the next morning and feels amazing after a night out, you're a liar.
You're
like,
actually a liar.
No one feels. You have memories maybe, but those memories could have been made in other ways. And
exactly.
Yeah.
And like, even me, I've witnessed myself, same as you. Like, it might not have been substance abuse, but I've witnessed gambling addiction.
That's exactly
my goodness gracious. And I'm not going to lie, it's not that far apart, even though I don't want to talk bad of my father because he's not here, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
But like, even this is why I don't excuse people, because even though he had an addiction, he still made sure there was things in place so that we wouldn't end up a certain way.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. Like, maybe I don't have what I was supposed to have. Maybe there are things, but I'm still grateful for what he did leave behind, because some people, one of my friends, I'm obviously not going to say his name. His dad was a crackhead. I'm just going to say how it is.
Yeah.
And he told me his dad would find nappies, would find anything in the house, would find money to sell just so he could get his fix.
And that's putting your child at risk. And that's the thing. There's a coping addict as well. And they are the scariest people, because if you tell people what they are like, no one's going to believe you. And that's the hardest people to get help for, because they hide it so well. And unfortunately, gambling is one addiction as well. You always hear people, I'm going to bet on the football. All right, cool, but make sure it just doesn't people really they don't love the game. Like, especially as well, coming from a football background or sport, people don't necessarily love the game.
I notice it a lot with athletes, you know, with the high adrenaline. Like, even I noticed, because my dad was in the military and then he was golfing and then he was doing all these professional sports, and the adrenaline still wasn't enough. And even one of my friends, he's a gambling addict, and financial abuse also happens the other way around. I don't want to talk too much, because I had to block her, by the way, because she ended up stalking me, and I was like, this is too much. I blocked her. But
that's why you got to protect your energy, guys. Be careful
I stopped being friends
who
with
you
him.
tell your stuff with, because...
And he even said to me, look, we have to stop being friends now, Maya, because this is too much. I bumped into him the other day and he was like, oh, yeah, things are better now. And I was like, good for you, things are better. But even he didn't even understand himself why he was taking money from his wife. And I was like, listen, you're young. He's only in his 30s. I said, stop now. I was like, my dad was retired and, you know, he had the means to whatever, betting office here, betting on horses, this. But when you're in these environments with so much adrenaline, when you're retired, you're bored, you want to bet on a horse, you want to bet on the golf. And then afterwards, and you know when you have winner's luck, and then you get excited again and again, 1 million's down the drain, 2 million.
100%.
And then your family's like confused.com and you're wondering why your wife's fuming at you.
But sometimes it's what we were saying earlier, you always need those lessons in life to teach you. So my children now, when if they were to come to me and tell me patterns that I've experienced, for example, whatever I didn't have as a child, my child's gonna have.
Inshallah,
because you really, really want for them what you never had. And that's a good thing. Sometimes good things come from pain. Yeah. And it teaches us as well, like, you have a great understanding now of gambling, but if someone aside didn't know about that and they meet a gambler, they might think, oh, he loves the gamble or she loves the gamble, but they don't know the catastrophic side to it. So we're actually at an advantage.
Exactly.
But that's the best life advice is from lessons.
So true.
That is the thing, from yourself or from other people.
But you don't have to go through the lesson again. No. Do the lesson once and learn from it.
100%.
Heal. Like, you and I both know. Yeah.
Fool me once.
Yeah. Shame on you.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. For real. Yeah.
Like, you and I both know what an addict looks like. So if you and I choose to go and marry now an addict, who's to blame? Because we know the signs and we can straight away spot the signs. Okay, he's addicted. Okay, maybe gambles too much, maybe drinks. We can spot the signs straight away. So if we can spot the signs straight away, who are we to then sit and complain, oh, my husband this? You knew.
Yeah.
We will know because we can see. Did you see my TikTok I posted when I said no ring, no baby, no
Yeah.
ring, no ras, all of this stuff.
But that's the thing, because you're marrying into those problems as well. And the thing is, how are you supposed to really know someone? Like the no ring, no baby, I 100% stand with. Even the whole situation about if you're not married, don't live, only live together till you're married. Because you don't know someone ever really. And you need that person to have those boundaries with you and those commitments, because you brushing all these problems away. Oh, he gambles. That's a whole child you're going to have with that person. That's a whole... Imagine you have a mortgage together, right? Just say this, and they gamble the house, or they have money problems, or all of this. Okay, there's all these things saying, yeah, I want a rich man, I want this, that, the other. But money management is wealth. Yeah, if a man has loads of money, and especially people that have come into money quick, a lot of people don't know how to deal with that money. So you need to be educated, and you need to... They don't teach us this in schools. They teach you some things that, nonsense.
Pi squared, nonsense. Oh, I hated maths. I was an English lit girl.
Have you ever used Pythagoras theorem at the
Never in my life.
No, neither have I.
Even in psychology, I was so scared. When I ended up making it out of the ghetto. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, no, basically, really, we both have.
We both made it out of the ghetto. There's nothing.
How was your childhood ghetto?
Ghetto. You know, these people, when they say, yeah, I've got to bring everyone from the ghetto.
Yeah.
No, darling.
They wouldn't do the same for you.
No, darling. They would sell your liver and your kidneys, and you'll wake up in the desert.
In the ghetto.
In the ghetto. Listen, you can't bring all the hood rats with you from the hood. I'm so sorry.
No, exactly.
You level up yourself and let them maybe be motivated, and then level up. If someone is not mentally there, they're never going to be there. If I give you £1 million and you're still a hood rat, you're just going to be a hood rat with £1 million in the sewers of London.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, everyone could be handed everything on their plate.
Exactly.
And so there's a really good saying, and I've always thought about this. Some people get given all the ingredients to the cake, but they'll never work to make that cake.
True.
Some people get given the cake and they've done no work. So you get someone who's got the work ethic.
Yeah, and grafters.
And they have it all on the plate, and they still make crap work from that plate. If they get the cake in whole, they make a celebration. Yeah. Some people get every ingredient and don't make that cake, and that's the type of people who you give £1 million to, and they'll still be where they're from. Don't get me wrong, I feel like where I've come from and the childhood I had and growing up in, like, everyone says, oh, I didn't come from nothing. Genuinely, I think you could sit us both down, and if you were to, I think people would be surprised about where we've come from.
It's so true.
Really surprised.
We might look prim and proper now, but guys, we've been through it.
Yeah, we've been through it.
We was in the trenches.
Yeah, for real. Literally. Those trenches were trenching, like, for real. So I genuinely feel like I could sit there and be like, oh yeah, earlier, oh, I come from this, come from that, and still stay where I am. However, I want to better myself, regardless if it's 10% of what I achieve, 100%. But I know as well that the success came from the pain. And you know, in like with children in the future, I necessarily would like them to still experience a little bit of like...
I think you have to graft in this life to get anywhere.
Because, I don't know, sending people to like... Obviously, private school's better, but it doesn't really teach them real life. Like,
no, I mean, I'd want my kids to be in Dubai and in a safe country, you know, where they can play in the streets like a child should, and not have these weirdos approach them, or, you know, stranger danger and knife crime and gun violence. Please. Yeah. Like in Dubai, kids are... Guys, sometimes I'm with my friends in a restaurant. Like me and Ocean could be in a coffee shop now. Like some 2-year-old kid will walk up to us and sit on your table with you, and their parents are laughing, drinking their coffee.
And that's you can leave your phone in your bag and go and pay the bill. Like earlier, I went and got Maya from the front, and I left all my stuff on the table. And it's like... This is how it should be, but however, at the same time, when you sometimes grow up in a bubble, like a safe, then you go to the big outside world and it's not the same.
Scary,
so it's like, because we grew up in UK, we're streetwise, but we also love the safety of Dubai. Yeah. But if you grow up somewhere maybe similar of the safety, or in a village even as well, like you don't understand the cities.
It's true.
So it's good to have the balance, but obviously... not too dangerous.
I'm actually glad I went through the stages of life I went through, you know, the village, London, Dubai. Yeah. I'm so happy I went through that stage, because if I was born and raised in Dubai, even Africa, when I lived in Africa for a short period of my life, I'm so glad I experienced all these different like types of lifestyles. Yeah. Because now when I go to London, like some crew come to me and they tell me, oh, my watch got stolen in London. Oh, I went to Selfridges and one guy
like
grabbed and I'm like, why would you go to Selfridges with this big yellow bag? Ask them for the brown paper bag then. Why?
Yeah, because they have that now.
But they don't know.
Apple have it as
Yeah.
well. When the iPhone 16 launched the other day, people were leaving Apple with like not an Apple bag, that's for sure.
You
And
cannot.
it's scary
Yeah.
because it is true. Like sometimes you can't have what it's so sad. Not everyone wants you to win.
It's so true.
Yeah, and you can't always have the nice things in life.
Yeah.
Like even now in London, you have to like lock your car with a steering wheel lock.
Nah.
Like you can't even get insured on some places in London.
Even like earlier, I went to the beach. I rented out a Korean bike, biked down the beach. And then I was like, okay, I need to put the bike back in the biking dock. So I left my car door open, keys inside, everything inside, biked to the biking dock, put the bike back, and I jogged back to my car.
And it was still there.
And it's still there. Imagine.
It's still
Imagine
there.
in England, I'd find my car in the ditch. I'd find my car in the River Thames.
Yeah, no, your car would probably in a garage somewhere.
Yeah.
The tyre in one end of
Literally.
London and the windscreen
Oh
in
my
another.
God. I remember when I was younger, my dad had his radio stolen out the car.
Do you remember that? The
Like,
radios.
a radio- what are you
People
gonna do
used to
with a
take
radio?
the radios inside with them, right? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I remember that. That's so funny.
ghetto. I'm
That's
sorry,
ghetto,
but-
yeah. No, but now it's like airbag theft. That's a massive thing.
Come
People
on.
are really
That's what
out
they
here
did to
stealing
my
steering
Mini.
wheels.
Oh my
I
God,
know.
guys. And this is the thing. Ocean and I, we believe in putting money into good quality
Yes,
things.
this is such.
Good
If
quality-
anything
yeah.
of this podcast, this is the thing actually.
Good quality cars. You and I, we know the value of a car once you drive off
Yeah.
the garage or the dealership. We know the value goes down instantly. But sorry, I'd rather be in a car that has warranty, has airbags. Because in my Mini, I bought my first car was a Mini, second hand. Guys, I nearly put it in the river, ended up in a bush. The airbags didn't come out.
No.
I was like this.
And it
there's-
passed all the MOT, everything.
yeah. And I went like this to, I can't remember, but there was someone with me. We nearly flew out the window.
Yeah,
Like-
but the thing is as well, like, even with the new car situation, like people
Yeah.
say to us all the time, oh, why do you have such nice things, this, that, the other? Because,
I value my life.
yeah,
Sorry.
but we also put
Yeah.
our money into like good
What
things.
we
People
enjoy,
smoke every
yeah.
weekend, go out every weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, you might spend like 30 bags at the club on a Saturday, right? Or even, I don't know, even if you don't spend that, you still spend money on an energy going out. We
Nonsense.
spend it on
things we enjoy.
Yeah, we enjoy it. And
Yeah.
like maybe if you were to smoke a pack of 20 cigarettes every day for 7 days, right? I don't know, maths 20, like what are they, about £15? Say on average £70 a week, yeah? Like we put that money into better things. And
Yeah.
having a car before property isn't always a bad thing. I think a lot of people think
No,
that.
you need a car. Honestly,
Because a car enables you to
£70
drive
you said? £70
yeah,
times
no, I think it might even be 15 times 7 now.
15 times 7.
Times by 4 in a
So
month.
Times by 4. 420 quid a month. You can get a car for that. You
That's
can
so
get
my 420.
You can get a Range Rover for that.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
a £4,000 deposit.
And people are saying, oh, like, how do you do? Yeah, because I put my money into not bad habits, but good habits, and that's going to better me.
Yeah,
And,
gym,
oh, yeah,
useful
exactly.
things, your
Gym,
body,
but
your health, your wealth.
Some
Like,
gyms are £100 a month, but you spend that in like a week on cigarettes or a day. Some
what's
people.
£100 for your body, for your... And guys, for me, gym, Pilates, this class pass, all this stuff, this thing, once you focus on your health, your mental health, your physical health, I promise you, you'll be like at an advantage in life.
Yeah.
Because physically you're good, mentally you're good. The gym or swimming pool for me, sometimes it is like a therapy session. I'm sorry.
It is, it's
10
mental
laps in the pool,
clarity.
I don't care what some Ross in England has to say about me or Dusty on TikTok has to say about me. Okay, guys, so we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, no,
I had so much fun.
We chat so much.
When you next come to Dubai, you have to let me know. You need to move here, man.
I know,
Please.
inshallah, I will eventually.
Inshallah.
I promise you. It's on my mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna it's on pen and paper.
Inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. I'll be and then
Yeah.
But we'll have best of both worlds
Yeah.
everywhere. London, Dubai. Yeah.
But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Fly Girls Pod. Take care. Bye.
Bye.